Hello, everybody. This is James Lott Jr. And this is normally I do audio only. My rug got messed up just now. Sorry, I have a rug here that just I disappeared. Oh my God. Okay, give me a second, folks. This is real life going on. Um, I normally do this as just an audio only, and the audio is still available if you're listening. Hi, audio listeners. As I do a video, I want to show my face for this conversation. The reason why I'm doing it. 50 Plus is a series that I do every week, every Tuesday. I talk about issues that happen for people anybody 50 plus. This time I'm actually going to talk about age. I'm actually going to talk about age. So I've been seeing a couple people online who are younger, um, criticizing people who are older and they say in their own words aren't aging gracefully or aren't aging the way they're supposed to. I say that in air quotes. And it was just so weird to me because I know Lisa Ray, who's an actress you may or may not know, who came out recently saying how um, she's 57 and how she looks great and how she looks amazing, but how she doesn't need a man and how she decides to date, she still goes out. And there's a whole article, there's a whole interview with that. Shirley Ralph, my buddy, was talking about how her husband lives on one coast, lives on the other, and she's in her 60s. She looks amazing. People are criticizing them for not looking their age, in quotes, like whatever that means anymore. I just thought, wow, there's some backlash that's like happening. Like you're teaching younger people unreal stuff. And I go, and I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because as some people come on my shows and ask, why do I talk about age? What I talk about racial stuff, what I talk about sexuality, what I talk about colorism, and some people get mad at me. And these are some of these folks that actually, if they're black and I'm black, they get mad if we talk about black issue. Like it's I don't have time for all that. So I always tell people that I'm not the channel for you. I'm not the show for you. Just scroll, go somewhere else because I'm not going to stop. No matter what you say to me, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue talking about it because I'm not a victim or anything like that. It's just that these are issues that we're talking about because there are people out there who feel alone and are in areas that maybe rural or just not as popular or have a lot of friends who feel invisible. And that's in relation to age in this episode, I can tell you it's everywhere. Hello, skincare products. And yeah, I use products too. I love them. I got all my lotions and things and face stuff. I do all my stuff. I do take care of it. It's a billion-dollar industry. I mean, everybody's doing it. I got little combs and I got shave. I got shave. So there's that. Also in Hollywood, I work in Hollywood, so there's ageism compare. I mean, totally happens there. Nothing about that. Dating apps, even the ones like just regular dating apps, like the ones that are for all ages. Um, where we are is just sometimes forgotten because in public we go out, we're literally ignored in certain communities. You're just not looked at all. And then you also have people who are trying to stay, who are trying to stay so young, they're almost killing themselves to stay young and keep up. Now that to me is a problem. Now that's a little too much. But the ones that are, just naturally are aging, or some of us have great genes, we just can't help it. We take care of ourselves. And there are people out there who are working. There's a whole industry, of course, of that out there. People, bodybuilders, the Rip Grandpa, a friend of mine who's out there, and his wife, they're trying to keep people healthy over 50. We are living longer just by default, I guess. I mean, no one's dying at 30 like they used to, or 40. That's your full life. People are living to 100, over 100. They're living that way. And my grandmother was 99, lived with all her faculties until she was 99. I remember when I was a kid, and I told the story, I think, a little bit on my grandparents' show, which I have a grandparent show called Really I'm a Grandparent, which is about young grandparents. We're becoming grandparents younger. We're lasting longer. But anyway, so my grandmother Lot, she was a person when I was a kid. And this was back in the 70s. She was one of the few people I could say, my grandmother still runs track. She still swims every day. She was working out in the garden. She was a grandmother, but she wasn't sitting in a rocking chair making cookies. No, she made cookies too, but she wasn't sitting in a rocking chair. But she was going to Dorsey High School and running that track at 4 in the morning every morning and swimming miles a day. And she was in great shape. She always did that. She did that. She wasn't one who just sat at home and knitted sweaters. She was out there doing stuff, and she looked great for her age. And so I think people, even more so, that was the '70s and '80s. Now we're talking now, where people are living longer, and so now age comes up. I have friends who are retiring now. I have friends who aren't retiring and are either re-entering the workforce after years at one company or re-entering after kids are grown, and then people don't want to hire them because either know too much or they're overqualified, they're afraid, like, or we know certain things because now we live a longer. We know things that we're not as gullible as a younger employee. Like it's a lot. So age always does come up. This show I do, people listen to it. They love it. We have a great time. I think dialogue is fine and communication is fine. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Talking about it helps be cathartic, helps sometimes make you feel not alone out there. We're like now with the pandemic, we're like these little satellites out there. People are feeling all kind of stuff, and old folks are having. I would say old folks, and I say that loving. I say that lovingly because I'm one of those old folks. It's for fun. We have a good time. I know what I know. I don't want to be younger. I'm glad to be 55 years old. I'll be 56 in May. I'll take it. There are times when I feel no age. And there are times I feel super old. And that's just everybody. And that happens as you get older. It's your body. Like my aunt always says, getting old is not for sissies. It's kind of like this thing where it toughens you up. Things start happening and your life does change on some level. But on other levels, it doesn't have to. It's like you said, age is a number. And in some cases, that really is true. We can work longer, we can live longer, we can have kids longer. There's all kind of stuff happening. Um, and I don't think there's anything wrong with talking about age. It's out there all the time. It's in ads. It's in advertising. The 18 to 49. Like I said, I realized at one point the music's not meant for me. Those ads are not meant for me. They're meant for people younger than me. Got it. I mean, it hurt at first. I'll tell you, it hurt a little bit, but that went on. But I don't know what some of these people were saying. What we're supposed to age like. I don't know what that means. Like I said, I mean, we're supposed to just sit at home and like I don't know, let every wrinkle come in. But like I said, there's folks out there who don't wrinkle. My grandmother had no white hair until she died. Sometimes it's genetics. You just can't. I mean, it is what it is, right? So I think it's just weird. I think some of this stuff is just so weird, and I don't get it. But I will always continue to speak out on it, and no matter and people say what they want to me, I'm always going to talk about age. I think it's fascinating. There are some wonderful things about getting older that we talk about. There's some very essential things we got to talk about as we get older. But I don't think we should hold anybody to like you got to look a certain way and be a certain way because you're older. And then also the folks who are like Pamela Anderson and them who are 57, 58 years old, who are not working makeup anymore and being natural. I'm like, good. Good for her. I love Pamela Anderson. That's my girl anyway. But I think it's so I have friends who are just like they've decided I'm wearing the flat shoes, but yeah, I'm gonna wear a cute top when I go out, or a cute blouse, or a cute dress. Why not? No matter what age you are, or have certain haircuts or hairstyles. Why not? I wear hoodies and things and walk around in tennis shoes. I don't care. I'm like, I mean, I don't. I mean, I just think there's. I'm not going to all of a sudden pull my pants up high and waddle over to a table or something and just like, hi, I eat the senior menu. I do like the senior menu. I do. I have no problem with that. But I am glad that I'm older. Like I said, I don't see it as a crutch or anything. I think it's great. There are times I wish I was a little younger. But more of that is just, it's not even about mindset, it's more just body. Because my body's betraying me. No, but I can work on my body and get that better too. That's the luxury of every time you wake up, there's a new chance. And I just think that so, but um I think some of the backlash is faux outrage anyway. It's something for clicks. It got my attention. The reason why I'm talking about it, because I do a show like this, I feel like I should say something about it. Kind of get my stance. But I think it's just that's what's going on there. I think some of it, like they really don't care. Like, why do you care? Like, what do you care? Who cares? Um, but I do have concerns. If I do anything, I always have concerns. I want everybody to be their authentic self. So I feel bad for some older people who feel like they have to put on a persona to try to stay young and hip and get attention. I hope Don't do that. Just let it go. I mean, I think that's not healthy for anybody, and for the person you're trying to attract and yourself. I want everybody to just be comfortable in who they are, whatever age they are. That's all. That's all it should be. If you're young, don't try to grow up too fast. And if you're old, don't just give up so fast. On both ends, right? That's where I'll end it. Every Tuesday, 50 plus. I'm James Lott Jr. ALottaHelp.com. Bye.